Brought to you by Penguin.
No Regrets. Written and read by Coleen Nolan. This book is for my children, Shane, Jake and Kira. You are and always will be my greatest achievement. I hope when you read this book, you'll learn that life throws many obstacles in your path. You will make mistakes along the way, everybody does, but as long as you learn from them, it's okay to move on. Some decisions will be hard to make and some will be easy, and all will lead you to the path you were meant to be on. There will be times when you may wish you had done things differently, but I hope that, like me, you will look back one day and say, I have no regrets. Forward. A single spotlight shines down on our family's brightest star. The pencil-slim beam falls onto a stand of radiant lilies, and next to them the coffin of our beloved sister. It seems madness that I'm sitting here in Blackpool's Grand Theatre, saying goodbye to Bernie, but here I am. My hands grip the arms of the seat in the theatre stalls and crush the velvet. The auditorium is dark, making the drama of the spotlit casket on the stage all the greater. Outside, it's a sunny July day, one of the hottest of the year, but in the theatre there is a chill. Oh, perhaps it's just me. My fingers are freezing and my hands are shaking. It's as if my body has slowed its circulation to reflect the sombre mood. A photograph of Bernie is shining from a screen on the backdrop of the stage. She's looking straight out at us, her blue eyes sparkling with defiant life. Her hair, blonde and shiny, sweeps across her face, and she rests her chin on her left hand. This is the Bernie I remember, although other, earlier black and white memories flood back too. Bernie, aged 6, grabbing hold of my 2-year-old toddler chubby cheeks. She had an absolute infatuation with my cheeks that drove me insane. She'd pinch them between her thumbs and forefingers and rub her face against mine. When you're a kid, you think, get off, you weirdo. I'd often see her come into a room and I'd leg it because I knew she'd make a beeline for me. Oh, but your cheeks are so soft, she'd say. To be honest, she was still doing it when we were grown women. If it was weird when I was a kid, it was downright embarrassing in my 40s. Bernie playing Miss World on our steps in Blackpool, with me, my sister Linda, and our next-door neighbour Suzanne. We'd make ball gowns and sashes out of tea towels and crowns out of cardboard, and take turns to be the announcer, the judge, and the winner. As the youngest, I very rarely won. I was just happy they let me play with them. Bernie in the bedroom next to mine, singing day and night into a hairbrush and practising her moves in the mirror. Even then she had such an amazing voice. She'd keep me awake pretending to be Lulu and singing, well, you know you make me want to shout. I'd bang on the wall and tell her to shut up, even though I loved listening to her. Bernie going through the horrendous loss of her stillborn baby, Kate. She'd carried her for 6 months, and when she died, Bernie was forced to deliver her knowing the worst had happened. It rocked the whole family. She and her husband Steve were so strong and dignified, keeping their grief quite private. Bernie getting her big TV acting break as a main character in Brookside. I was so excited, although filled with nerves. What would I say to her if she was a bit crap? I needn't have worried. As with everything Bernie did, she gave it her all. She was brilliant in Brookside and later in The Bill. To my left, I can just make out the profile of my sister Anne. She's the oldest of us girls, the one we look up to at times like this. It's been a while since we've been so close, but right now all the arguments, all the bickering seem a very long way behind us. She's sitting close to Denise, and I can see they're holding hands, heartbroken together. To my right sits Linda, and next to her Maureen. We're as close as sisters can be, but at this moment we need our space. If our eyes meet, it will be too awful. I steal a glance and see that Maureen's face is wet with tears. In the front row sit Steve and Erin, Bernie's husband and little girl. Steve has wrapped his arms around his daughter, as if to protect her from the ordeal of having to let her mum go.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?